Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God, back with you with today's Daily Diary video. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to read you a chapter from the Bible. Today it will be the second book of Moses called Exodus, chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Jacob was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other was Puah. And he said, When do ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman? When ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him, but if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, What have you done this thing? Why have you done this thing, and saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied, and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So this is really, really fascinating chapter. So first you see here, so after Joseph dies, look how powerful this is. Again, Abraham to Isaac to Jacob is the line of the group of men called the Israelites. Of course, they're known as Jews today, Israelis, etc. And again, remember what the lessons we've learned are. We learned about all the different tribes, that come from Haran and Lot, for example, where you learn about. Excuse me, if let me double check that logic is correct. Yeah, that's right. Haran to Lot, yeah, and Haran he's the ancestor of the Moabites, the Ammonites. We learn about the Benjaminites, the Ishmaelites. We learn about what other groups we learn about? We learn about different groups that come into the existence of, you know, the Edomites from Esau, the Moabites from Haran and Lot, the Ammonites from Haran and Iscah. We learn about the Ishmaelites from Ishmael, the son of Abraham and Hagar. We learn about the Israelites, of course, through Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. And so all these different tribes of men all actually descend from the line of Noah to Shem, down from Arphaxad through Terah. And then we see Abraham and Haran, brothers, the sons of Terah. And I say that to say here, it's not as though this is a group in this point of the Bible that has tens of thousands of fighting men under their command. Read the exact passage here. And Joseph died, and all his brethren in all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. And previous to that it says, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And that is absolutely amazing, because this is still a family story at this point in time. I mentioned those 5 tribes because each of them have gone their separate ways. And the line of Abraham to Isaac, Jacob. Remember, Esau's own people are called the Edomites. We also learn about different tribes that the Israelites fought with. Of course, Simeon and Levi fight the Shechemites when the Shechem rapes Dinah. And so we learn about this stuff where these tribes of men, how they interact with one another, has been the early story of the Genesis after we learn about the creation story, the flood, the confounding, etc. So this is really cool because that's what we learn about now. And if you take a look here, so now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. Unclear if this man is also called Pharaoh or if he's called the king of Egypt. I'm fairly sure he is called Pharaoh, but yeah, we'll just keep going for now. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. So what does that mean? Because it says they were fruitful and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty. So and the land was filled with them. So I'm not sure how many it is. I imagine it is a few thousand at maximum. I'm not even sure it's 5 figures, because I'm not sure how much time fast forwards between Jacob and Moses. And this is why I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. Line from Jacob to Moses. Because here we're going to see, even if every one of the Israelites married and their marriage led to a fully Israelite group, right, so Jacob, son is Levi, whose son is Kohath, whose son is Amram, whose son is Moses. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 generations from this number being 70. 3 generations from the number being 70. From there, even if it multiplies to I don't see how it could have multiplied to 10,000 in this span, even with all of these men being somewhere between level 4, 5, and 6, theoretically, in the 7 levels of male understanding. Even in that case, I don't see how this group of men numbers 5,000, but nevertheless, we have to honor that the passage says, are more and mightier than we. So this is how the king views the Israelites, as more and mightier than them. And so this is exactly what he does. He says, so they now want to persecute the Israelites because of their growing power. And as a result, the king speaks to the Hebrew midwives, so those who take care of the women who bear children, the females who bear children. He speaks to the midwife women, and he says, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him, but if it be a daughter, then ye shall live. And after that we learn, of course, this is very sick, and it's not that we take this evil without a moment's pause. It's that we connect this evil with all the evil that we've seen since the beginning of the Bible, where we see that how Abraham, he lies to the Egyptians saying that Sarai is his sister, because he knows the Egyptians will kill him and take Sarai if they know that's his wife. And the same thing with Abimelech. Isaac says Rebekah is his sister. Only when Abimelech proves to be a friend does Isaac then say, he says, yes, this is his wife indeed. So in this case, the command has gone out. The midwives do not do that, for the midwives believe in God. And so, therefore, it says here, therefore God dealt well. The exact passage is, but the midwives feared God, which is very powerful. And it says, therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save. And that's where we pick up with baby Moses next chapter. as a baby boy who has been cast into the river for dead. Only Moses lives, and the rest is history. And so we'll go ahead and I'll now end the Bible reading there for today. And I will go ahead now and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video. Now, since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I uploaded and scheduled 5 Squadron TD videos from 5/14/22. I uploaded and scheduled 1 Darkest Dungeon video from 5/15/22. I uploaded and scheduled 7 Call of Duty Vanguard videos from 5/14/22. I uploaded and published my Daily Diary video from 5/14/22. I worked at my core. I worked at my chest. I created 6 Squadron TD videos. I created 3 Darkest Dungeon videos. I uploaded and scheduled my core workout video. I uploaded and scheduled my chest workout video. I uploaded and scheduled 6 Squadron TD videos. I uploaded and scheduled 3 Darkest Dungeon videos. And now I've created this video and I will upload and publish this Daily Diary video. And with no further achievements since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.